I mean, he's, for speed skating, he's sort of a once in a generation talent. And I don't think he yet really knows what his limits are. He's certainly done well in the shorter distances and the middle distances, but, last year he started spending a little bit more time in the 5 and 10,000, and I think he was pleasantly surprised with his results and understands that he's got a lot of potential there also.
When you watch him skate, what stands out to you? Is it technique? Is it his relationship with the ice?
Yeah. I think two things. One, I think he's very technically sound as a skater and has a good feel for the ice. And then two, his mental fortitude and the ability to really push himself when he's out there skating, sometimes beyond what he's comfortable with.
It's kind of funny when he wins again and then wins again and then wins again. People will say things to him like, has Eric Heiden reached out to you? Or do you think Eric Heiden is watching? Are you watching him?
Yeah. Yeah, and then I get a chance, if they're skating in Salt Lake. Last year they had I think it was either World Cup or Four Continents Championships. I went down and watched when he skated the world record in 1,000 meters. And when we, Hall of Fame banquet that we had last weekend, I'm lucky enough that I get to sit with Jordan and his family, and we get to sort of catch up on how the year went and what his expectations are for the next year. And then I do stay in touch with his coach a little bit, just find out what he's doing. Because I love watching the guy skate. Gosh, he's sort of rejuvenated my interest in speed skating. To see a guy do things that I used to be able to do.
How does he compare at the age when you were at that age and now Jordan? Is he a little ahead?
Ooh, I think we're pretty. He and I at this age we're doing the same thing. When he's 19 now.
I think he's just turned 20.
Just turned 20. So I mean, our accomplishments are pretty similar at this age. The thing that I am always amazed with newer athletes or athletes in this era is their ability to focus on their sport despite all the social media. And I think he is very focused on what he's doing. I think he's got a great family around him. I think he's got a good coach that keeps his feet on the ground and allows him to focus on what has gotten him to where he is and focus on what he needs to do to get better.
Do you think that's going to be a large weight to carry going into the Winter Olympics? I spoke with Dan Jansen. He was saying he's going to be very shocked if Jordan is not the face of the Winter Olympics.
Yeah. So here's the thing. He is the world's best speed skater right now, and that he's felt that pressure now for 2 years in Europe. So I think when it comes to the Olympics, it may be ramped up a little bit, that pressure, but he is already going to be accustomed to dealing with it. So I'm not so concerned about that. I think he's going to do just fine. He's been to the Olympics once before, so that experience is important, just to be in the Olympic Village and around a bunch of different athletes. And now when he goes back, I think he's going to be very focused on what he has to do, and he's not going to get distracted by the Olympic experience.
If you're looking back, what would you tell him about this whole journey? To have fun, to appreciate what looking back, what would you have done different?
think I would have done personally much different. I think I would encourage him to look back on what has gotten him to where he is, and don't get distracted by people who want to develop a relationship with him in the professional sense. Like, as a coach, he's going to get a lot of people giving him advice, but he's got to stay true to what has gotten him to be as successful as he is. And, you know, and to always challenge himself. You know, he's the best in the world right now. He has world records. He's faster than anybody. How do you stay motivated? And I think the nice thing about speed skating is you're chasing the clock, and you can always go faster. And you can always chase excellence and perfection. And I think, talking to him last weekend, I think he has that mindset where I can be better. Even though I'm good and I'm beating everybody, I always have that ability to be better than I am. And I know if I work hard, the results are gonna show from all the hard work that I put in.
You said that watching him has kind of rejuvenated your interest in the sport. I think it's captured a lot of people, especially here in his hometown in Washington County. You know, this guy is the fastest man on ice. Why is it so hard for the rest of the country, especially in the U.S., to catch on to speed skating?
Ooh, I think there's a couple reasons. One is just the ability to participate in the sport is limited. It's nice to have a 400-meter artificial surface, and it's even nicer if it's got a roof over it. And there's only 2 of those in the United States versus someplace like Holland that probably has, 20. And then the variety of sports that exist in America are really focused on sort of, I would say, collision sports. You got football, hockey, basketball, soccer. They really tap into probably the best athletes in our country. And then also it's a tough guy sport. You got to go outside and you got to work hard. And our society now, a lot of kids are happy playing video games and sitting at home with their cell phone. And speed skating is sort of the opposite end of that spectrum. It's hard work and dedication and spending a lot of time outside.
I'm going to wrap this up. How proud were you to award the Eric Heiden Award to Jordan?
Well, I don't think that there is a better candidate anywhere in the world than Jordan right now. And, this is the second time that he won the thing, and I think it's not going to be the last. And I feel privileged to be watching somebody pursue their dream and to do as well as they do in a sport that I have a lot of appreciation for.